Home buying can be one of the biggest investments of your life. It can also be among the most overwhelming. 32% of real estate transactions run into some kind of delay. For home buyers, it's financing issues and home inspection problems are the major culprits. We all remember the home inspection in our Eye on Money series. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here with the key steps and the strategies to help you out today. Jill, good morning.
Good morning.
So is it a buyer or seller's market right now?
Yes. Okay. So we had a pretty good year last year.
Yes, for both, you're
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you know what? We saw a really good year for existing and new home sales, both at multi-year highs, not back to the bubble levels, but that's fine. We also saw prices start to creep up. Part of that because we don't have a lot of inventory, so that's a good news if you're selling. But again, for buyers, we've got a pretty good job market. We've got wage gains. We still have affordable mortgage rates. So it's a good time for both buyers and sellers.
What about location?
Location.
Yeah,
Is that
like
still true?
yeah, it does. It really does matter because we know in surveys that in some markets it's actually cheaper to buy than to rent in 58% of the markets. So you've got to run the numbers. There are a lot of calculators. There's a terrific one from the New York Times that's a buy versus rent calculator. It takes into account what's going on in your market. Oh. But you know, it's really important to run these numbers. That's what is critical. That was what was missing during the bubble.
You also say that buyers can use the inspection process to their advantage.
Well, absolutely. I mean, once you sign your contract, you've got to have an engineer come in, walk you through this house, and be clear that this is structurally what is actually going on. If there's a problem, don't freak out. A lot of people say, oh my God, the engineer found something horrible. They can make an adjustment in price.
Go to the buyer, go to the seller and say you got to reduce the price because of what my engineer tells me.
But do have an inspection. That's very important.
But how do you know how much you can afford?
That's a great question. So if you talk to a financial planner, they'll say your housing costs.
Just thinking, just don't buy until after you paid your taxes.
Yes, or your $800 to Charlie.
No, but when I first went to buy my first house and they said you have to put 20% down, I go, where am I supposed to get that from?
Okay,
they said you're supposed to have it.
So there's a couple of things. We look at 25 to 30% of your gross pay should be allocated towards housing. So if you're a couple, you make, say, $80,000 a year together. Think about 25 to 30% of your income would give you, $20,000 to $24,000 a year. Then, if you're going to buy a house, you've got to have a mortgage that keeps you under that level. And it's not just a mortgage, guys. It's your mortgage, it's your interest, it's your homeowner's insurance, and don't forget that maintenance. Anyone who's ever owned a home knows that every single year you've got to pay for something.
Yes.
Factor it all in.
Yep, the water heater going down.
Every time.
Every time.
The washing machine gets you every time.
Every time. You're
I
right.
hear you. Jill Schlesinger, thank you so much.